What's up, everybody? I am back and we are live. I believe you can be richly blessed by performing at your highest potential, and I'm the one that can coach you through that process. I am your high performance mindset coach, Jay Hollingshed, and this is episode 92 of my 7 pillars of mental performance in 365 days. Thank you so much for participating, watching, viewing, and keeping up every day. I truly appreciate that. Now, it says low network connection. Still recording though. We're going to keep rolling with this thing, and if we need to redo it, we will redo it. So, low network connection. Okay, my network connection is back. Forgive me for that. I had a low internet connection, but it's back up. Let me start over with my brother AJ already watching. I appreciate you with your front row seat, brother. Now, being that we were interrupted, let's go back over this thing. What's up, everybody? I am back and we are live. I believe you can be truly blessed from performing at your highest potential because you are the one that can do this in your own mind. I can coach you through that process. I am your high performance mindset coach, Jay Hollingshed, and I am here in my 7 pillars of mental performance in 365 days. This is episode 92 of my 7 pillars of mental performance. Thank everybody for tuning in. I see them scrolling up already. I guess that low internet connection kept everybody off. Now that we're back up and online, wow. Jackie Kirksey, thank you so much. I appreciate you. D'Angela Michelle, I appreciate you. Of course, my brother AJ, front row seat as usual. All my front row people, thank you so much. Now, if you're watching this for the first time, thank you. Those that want to watch this episode in its entirety, feel free to go to my YouTube channel. This episode and every other episode I've done between 1 and 92, also the ones before that, are on my YouTube channel. So please like, share, subscribe, tag somebody, bless somebody with these videos as they blessed you. Now, today is Sunday. I got 7 pillars of mental performance. We got 7 days of the week. So day number 1, pillar number 1, awareness and mindfulness. Here we go. I gave a video earlier today, kind of a preview of what's to come for tonight's video. And I'm talking about 3 facts of mindfulness. 3 facts of mindfulness. Now, fact number 1, mindfulness is good for you. Mindfulness is good for you. Now, how is mindfulness good for you? Here we go. First of all, I got all of this information from Mindful Magazine. This is a magazine that I subscribe to. I've been subscribing to it for a couple of years now. Excellent information on being mindful and aware and practicing meditation and relieving stress, things of that nature. So Mindful Magazine, you might want to check that out. Speaking of Mindful Magazine, where I'm coming from right now is directly from Mindful Magazine. Here we go. Fact number 1, mindfulness is good for you. As we spend a lot of our time, we do so planning our future. Now, we attempt to avoid possible negative effects of the future and any negative effects that the future may bring. But we're working so hard to save money for the future. We eat as healthy as possible to be around for the future. We exercise as much as possible so we can be healthy for the future. We're putting all this into the future. Now, here's the thing. Are all these important? Yes, they are. But the key to remember is the future is only imagined. It's only imagined. So we attach our energies to a future that doesn't exist. And when we do that, the present that does exist, the present time, the here and now that does exist becomes inconvenient and less of a priority. Now, this is because our minds can only focus on one thing at a time. It's either going to focus on the future that we're already trying to focus on, or the present, being present and aware, and being aware in the present moment, being in the here and now. Now, practicing mindfulness brings our attention, our attitude, our energies, our 5 senses back to what matters the most, which is the here and now, the present tense, brings us back to the presence. So, Practicing mindfulness is good for you in that sense. Now, fact number, not three, two. Fact number two. Here we go. Mindfulness is good for everyone around you. Mindfulness is good for everyone around you. Here's what the author says. Often we are caught up in a loop of negative feelings, and this can cause us to overreact or have oversized reactions to undersized circumstances. Now, your negative oversized actions negatively touch everyone you are involved with or around you. That is so true. The author also goes on to say that this is like eating a burrito full of negativity. When you eat that burrito that's full of negativity, it's going to cause a horrible gas. That's the way the author describes it. And when you pass that gas, everybody around you is going to be affected. Everybody. And it's going to have a negative effect. Nobody's going to like it. So when you are caught up in the loop of negative feelings, all of that goes inside of you. You consume that negativity. So whatever you release, whatever you put out, whatever you speak, your actions, whatever you do is going to be negative, and it is going to affect everybody that's around you. We got another viewer, Miss Bruce, Miss BB Bruce. I appreciate you watching. Thank you so much. Now, practicing mindfulness allows us to understand unfolding circumstances that are unfolding around us as we ourselves are in the midst of an unfolding circumstance. Now, with this understanding, we realize we have options. The option to redirect our negative energies or simply walk away and deal with the negative energies and release them when we are alone or away from everybody else. That way they won't harm anybody else. Now, that's fact number two. Fact number three, third and final fact of mindfulness. Mindfulness is good for everyone around them. Everyone around them. Check this out. Here's what the author says. A benefit of being human is that we have the capacity to feel the pain of others. Not just the pain, but also their joy. We can feel their pain and we can feel their joy. Now, that's not something to be taken lightly. The kind words we use or we're able to speak when we are not distracted by disagreeable thoughts are transferred from one person to the next. It's kind of like when you smile at somebody, they're going to smile back. When you treat somebody kind, they're going to treat somebody else kind. It's that positive energy that's rubbing off. And what that does is proves the law of energy to be correct. Energy is never destroyed. It is never lost. It is always transferred. So energy is transferred from one entity to the next. Now, that you can only do that from practicing mindfulness. Practicing mindfulness is what blocks those disagreeable distractions and keeps us and allows us to speak positive, to be positive, to act positive, to give off those positive vibes and positive reactions that can be transferred from one person to the next. That is fact number three. Let me go back over those one more time. The first fact, mindfulness is good for you. Second fact, mindfulness is good for everyone around you. Third fact, mindfulness is good for everyone around them. Now, to pick up on the tail end of mindfulness being good for everyone around them, knowing what you know now about practicing mindfulness, imagine how these same effects can benefit your household. If you or your household practices mindfulness, how about benefiting your business? If you or your business practice mindfulness, everybody in the office, my man Frankie Ranker, I appreciate you, Frank, tuning in as usual. We got your front row seat waiting for you. I'm glad you made it in. If you practice mindfulness, it can benefit your household. It can benefit your business. It can benefit your work group, your study group, or your book club. Or even if you're an athlete, it can benefit your whole athletic team. In fact, the 2015 Seattle Seahawks, they did a mindful meditation as a team throughout the entire season, led by their coach. So, in fact, it worked because they won the Super Bowl that year. So practicing mindfulness is a big benefit to everyone around you and also in the classroom. Yes, I did say classroom. Here's why I said classroom. And this is a positive story I'm going to end with. In the magazine Mindfulness, it talks about meditation, and there's an article that says meditation replaces detention. You may have heard about this. This is about a year or so old, but I'm going to bring it forward. Now, after 15 years of bringing yoga to Baltimore City schools, the Holistic Life Foundation gained nationwide attention from CBS, CNN, the Huffington Post, and many other news networks for what they call their Mindful Moment Room. Now, instead of detention, they flip the script. Instead of detention, they take the kids into a room and they practice their mindful breathing. The children take a moment to breathe. They assess what's going on with their mind and their body. Now, the article didn't say how long they were doing this, but it says that the suspension rate dropped down to 0. 0 suspensions. No need for suspensions. Why? Because when you're practicing mindfulness, it puts you in that calm state where you are in control of yourself. Imagine that working with your household, your work group, your athletic team, and everybody else. You don't even have to go that far. Imagine that working with yourself. Imagine how much better you would be if you practice mindful meditation. So, that's all that I have for today on episode 92 of my 7 Pillars of Mental Performance in 365 Days, Awareness and Mindfulness. I truly appreciate everybody for tuning in. And if you want help trying to get your mindfulness practice going, or if you're having difficulty becoming aware from a lack of consistency with your mindfulness practice, reach out to me at speaktojay.com, speaktojay.com. Let's see what we can do about getting you to practice mindfulness and becoming more aware. Thank you so much. Be well, stay blessed, and as always, through love, be a blessing. God bless.